everyone, welcome back to another What's Cooking video. Today we are going to make honey barbecue meatloaf. It is a yum recipe that everyone is going to enjoy, and best of all, it's super easy and it's super inexpensive as well. So let's go ahead and find out what you need for this recipe. Starting with this recipe, you'll want a pound. You can either use ground beef. I normally use ground turkey, but my husband requested ground beef because especially with meatloaf, he likes ground beef. So we got the 93% lean ground beef, and it is 1 full pound. We have a little bit over a pound there. You'll also need a little bit of Dijon mustard. Now I got this from Aldi, so it's good to have for your recipes. Some panko breadcrumbs, which are behind there. You'll need a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, some honey, salt, pepper, and then any kind of barbecue sauce will do. I like to stick with a honey barbecue sauce, so we're using good old Sweet Baby Ray's. Okay, after you've turned on your oven to preheat for 350 degrees, you can go ahead and add in your pound of ground beef. Be sure that you have a large size mixing bowl. And then I just kind of break it up because I'm really particular when it comes to meat and all that stuff. Using spoons, this spoon will go to be cleaned right now. But just kind of break it up. It makes it easier when you're mixing. And then you're going to add in a half a cup of the plain panko breadcrumbs. Okay, next we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And if yours has been sitting in the fridge, just make sure to give it a nice little shake to mix it up. And again, that is 1 full tablespoon that we are going to add. And it comes out quite slow. Oh, there you go. Just give it a little shake. Okay, 1 tablespoon. Okay, next is a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. I just go ahead and wing it. So it's the same amount that you're gonna add of the Worcestershire sauce. Oop, that would be it. And be careful it doesn't squirt out like that, but 1 tablespoon. Okay, next we're gonna add in 3 tablespoons of barbecue sauce. Now you can use any barbecue sauce of your choice. I like to use a honey barbecue sauce. This is Sweet Baby Ray's. You can use Aldi if you're on a budget, any kind that you want. So it's 3 tablespoons. So again, once you feel comfortable, you just kind of wing it. But if you're particular with measuring things, just add in 3 tablespoons. And finally, for some taste, I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And there's our oven. You can hear it. It is all set at 350. And if I can open the salt. Okay, and now a little bit, I like more pepper than salt. But then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and mash this together. Now guys, I'm wimpy with meat. So what I do is I use a spoon first before I dig my hands in there. Call me crazy, but that is the way I do it. But get those hands in there, mix up all the ingredients. Mixed up, but before I go ahead and actually get my hands in there and form my meatloaf, what I do is I use, this is one of my ancient Wilton loaf pans. When it starts getting kind of like older, if I get new baking stuff, I love to use my loaf pans for meatloaf. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a little bit of coconut spray and kind of spray my pan, sides, bottom, kind of all around there for the meatloaf. And now it's time to go ahead and form our super important step is to make sure your hands are clean whenever you're handling meat and to clean them right away after you're done. wash my hands very clean, definitely after meatloaf. It gets crazy, wash them really good. And then I just put my pan to the side. It's not in the oven yet. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make like a topping to go on top of the meatloaf for just a little bit of extra flavor. So first we're gonna wanna start with 1 tablespoon of barbecue sauce. And this I'm just gonna kind of wing it. So I would say yeah. I mean, you really can't go wrong with barbecue sauce, right? Okay, we wanna add 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. So this I'm going to measure because I don't want to goof that one up. So there we have 1, and it calls for 2, and there's 2. Okay, and finally we're gonna add 1 full tablespoon of honey. This I will measure, hopefully it will come out good. It is so slow coming out of the tube. There we go, that should be good. So let's see how this comes out. Do your best to get all that honey. I mean, you can always eye it. Okay, now with those ingredients in my bowl, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a whisk and mix it all around. With the honey, it's going to be a little sticky, so make sure you mix it in well with the Worcestershire sauce. If you like more barbecue sauce, definitely add a little bit more and mix it up really good. And we are gonna go ahead and put this on top of our meatloaf. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take my little mixture and do my very best to drizzle it over the meatloaf. It might take a while, and you might need a little bit of a spoon to kind of spoon out what is left in your bowl. Definitely get a little spoon. Look at all that goodies in there that you don't want to go to waste. You can smell the honey. If you don't like honey, I would just say don't add honey. I mean, you really can't, it doesn't stand out. And then what I'm gonna do is just take a spoon and just kind of, like a cake or something, mush it around. Okay guys, and now it's time to go ahead and stick this in the oven. Now we are going to bake it for 45 minutes, but you know, all ovens can be different. So definitely what I recommend is around 25 to 30 minutes in, check it, see how it's doing. Some ovens cook a little faster than others, so you don't want this to be burned barbecued meatloaf. So just check in on it. And sometimes what we do just about when it's done, and if we want to, we top it with like a mozzarella cheese. We're trying to eat a little bit more healthier, so I'm keeping that out of this recipe. But if you're a cheese person, you can go ahead, take it out like a few minutes before it's done, top it with some cheese, or if it is done, just top it with cheese, throw it back in the oven, and you can have a little bit of cheese on top. All right, guys, we're about 25 minutes in. Check it out. It smells so good. You can smell the honey, you can smell the barbecue, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in and just keep an eye on it. Okay guys, it's been over 45 minutes. My meatloaf is all set. What I do is I just cut it in half, push it to the side to kind of do a check, make sure that the meat is cooked, but this is cooked because I like mine a little bit more charred around it. That way I know it's cooked. Plus, that's the way that I actually really like it. Here it is. It is all set to eat. So I am pairing it with a baked potato and some yummy green beans along with some infused water. Now, the kiddos are not fans of baked potatoes, so this is a great alternative. These are instant potatoes from Aldi. They're like 69, 79 cents a bag if you want to go the easy route and not make fresh mashed potatoes. These you just add water, so you don't have to worry about adding in butter or anything. They're super, super easy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Definitely give it a thumbs up and check back for more recipes. Thanks for watching again. Bye-bye.